Okay, folks, got another welder. Now this one here, normally I get my stuff off of Amazon Vine, which is it's a program that you get invited to from Amazon if you ranked real high in your reviews, and they give you a private website you can go to, pick free things, and you can review them and whatnot. But anyways, this, based on some of the reviews I did, this company Bestarc reached out to me. They also do sell through Amazon, but this has nothing to do with Amazon. This came straight to me from Bestarc. This is the Bestarc. It's the MIG 145 9th gen. So they sell currently a 7th gen, 8th gen, and 9th gen. This is the latest 9th gen that came out, I believe, spring of 2024. So this is the unboxing. I'll do another video using it, but just to start, I'll read off of right here what they say, the accessories that come with it. You get the 145 amp welder with the MIG torch, the ground clamp, earth clamp with cable, the stick welding holder with cable, 40 mil flux core wire, 30 mil solid wire for gas, 30, 35, and 40 mil contact tips, 30 and 35 mil wire feed rollers. I find it odd. They're giving you contact tips for 40. They're giving you 40 flux core, and they're giving you only 30 and 35 mil feed rollers. Huh, that's unusual. 2 meters gas hose, approximately 6 feet, 220 volt to 110 volt adapter. So it's got a 220 volt plug is what I would assume. That's what all my other dual voltage welders are. And then you can plug in an adapter to drop it down to a standard household 110 with limited amp capability. It does come with a shoulder strap. So their description on the box: full digital MIG, stick, and lift TIG welder. You notice it did not come with the TIG torch. I'll be buying that on my own, adding it to this so that I could review the TIG side of this. Gas and gasless MIG welding machine. It's got a 60% duty cycle. I would assume that's at 100% power. It's 110, 220 volt dual voltage. I'm interested in seeing it. If it's auto sensing. My other ones that I have are auto sensing. You don't have to select 110 or 220. Let's see, 50 to 60 hertz high frequency, 30, 35, and 40 mil wire size, flux core solid welding wire, LED screen and display with synergic controls, 2T4T torch trigger capabilities. So there you go. This is how it came to me shipped. It was in a shipping box. I took the shipping box already, got rid of that. So it's shrink wrapped. So I'll take that off first. And see here. Cut that ball right there. Okay. It's fairly heavy. Boy, guessing 30 pounds total. I should have looked at the shipping box and seen what the shipping weight was. They sent this UPS. Oh. There we go. They got it well taped up. They have it packaged similar to how I've seen the other welders that I got came in, with the accessories down the side in this box, and then the welder itself wrapped in styrofoam in the main compartment. All right, let's lift her out. Set her right there. All right, we'll get rid of that box. Get rid of that styrofoam. And like I said, it is a 220 plug, which is exactly what you would expect. Let's untwist that. Okay, the welder, it's fairly small. You can tell that. Let's see here. Open up the accessory box. All right, what do we got here? This is the E71TGS. This is the flux core wire, the R70S, standard 70,000 pounds per square inch solid core wire. This is the gas hose that they give you, which I probably don't need. I have so many gas hoses anymore. The shoulder strap right here that they give you. So there's a slot here and there's a slot here that you'll run your shoulder strap through. Okay, we have a typical ground clamp. So I'll come over by you. So the ground clamp does have the copper braid connecting both. You have the copper jaw set. It's a stamped tin, light duty ground clamp, easily upgraded. You can go to any welding shop near you and buy a heavier duty one later when you decide you need one. They give you a little stamp steel multi-tool for taking tips and things apart. This is your adapter that will allow you to take your 220 plug, and now you can plug into standard household 110. You have your stick welding torch lead, and like most of them, it should have the it has the star shape pressed in. Let me see if I can get you on the angle there. See the star shape pressed in so that you can run your stick vertical 90 degrees or 45 degrees. So it has that. I will tell you that the stamp impressions in this aren't as deep and crisp as some that I've seen, but I'm sure it's serviceable. You get a little bit of Teflon tape for sealing your gas lines. You have your 3 nozzles that they referred to. You have the 30 mil and 35 mil roller. You have your manual. All right, now, so there's 2 steel buckles. There's a buckle here and there's a buckle here. So we're going to go ahead, unbuckle. They're spring loaded. Lift the top out. There is a drive roll wheel in here. And interesting, the drive motor on this is exactly the same configuration, this plastic cover, everything, as the Wind Began welder. So how this works, you set this down. It has two dogs, one here and one here. You put them nearly vertical, and then you just rotate it a quarter of a turn. It locks into place. So with it unlocked and removed, you can lift the square drive roller. This roller is a 0.8 and a 1.0. So, okay, so the 0.8 is 35 mil. And is that right? Or no, that's 30 mil. And then the 1.0 is the 40 mil. So it does have 40 mil roller in there. I've never had a welder before with a side mount. The thing about these real small welders, you can't put a 10-pound spool. So you're going to buy 2-pound spools is what you're going to use for these. So that's just the way they are. But these aren't meant for guys doing big work and long jobs. I think what we're going to do, since I have the adapter right here, we'll go ahead and we'll light it up for you on 110 volt. This is a 20 amp 110 volt circuit. Most normal houses are 15 amp older houses. Most of your newer stuff, probably in the early to mid 90s, garage areas and kitchens and stuff like that often went to the 20 amp. These are the 20 amp, and you could tell the difference in the the outlet. The standard 15 amp outlets have your 2 vertical pins with your ground probe or ground hole, your 20 amp rated plugs, 4 20 amp rated breakers. They on the 2 verticals, there's a slot cut into the one. So you can tell real quick by looking at them that the electrician set it up as a 20 amp. So we have this thing plugged in, power switch is in the back, so is the gas port. So we'll see if it lights up. There's our digital display coming on. There's our fan. Everything sounds good, looks good. Okay. So this is the Synergy control. So right now, by default, it came on as gas MIG. So you have these buttons right here. So I can hit gasless, gas, gasless, gas. It's just repeating over and over. You got MIG, TIG, and stick. So this button is MIG, then TIG, then stick, then just back to MIG. Here you have your 2T, 4T control. So 2T, 4T, it just rocks back and forth. What 2T, 4T is with 2T, when you pull the trigger, it's welding. When you release the trigger, it's done. A 4T, I call cruise control, it's welding until you cycle the trigger again for a longer weld. That's 4T. I've never had a need for 4T in my life. So that's it. That's everything that you got. It's everything that you need to start, except for you will need to buy yourself some sort of mask. You could buy masks on Amazon really cheap anymore, 35, 40 bucks at the starting point. You will need some sort of welding gloves. These are TIG gloves. They're real thin. MIG gloves tend to have some heat insulation in them. They're a little thicker leather, but you'll need some welding gloves. You will need a mask. If you want to use the solid core wire, you will need a tank of 7525 gas. I recommend anybody buying gas, just get an 80 cubic foot. Don't buy the real little ones because you run out too fast. And that's it. You're able to get up and running. And Bestarc set me up with a coupon code. So what you're going to be able to do is off of the description of this video, when you click to expand the description, you'll see some of the words that I type, and I will include in there a link to the product on Amazon with a coupon code that Bestarc has supplied for you. I do know that the coupon code will not work this week because this week it's already on sale for Black Friday. The coupon code will essentially bring it back to the Black Friday sale price after Black Friday has ended. So just, if you're going to buy this, go ahead and use that coupon code. I am not financially gained by you buying it off of my link. I don't get paid to do this. They did send me the machine for free. I'd like to put it through its paces, see how it works out. Very nice portable machine. Unusual for me, like I said, this top mount, the flat top mount. I don't think that's going to be a problem. It's just a little bit different. You know what? I do want to look. Some of the machines have wire feed. There you go. Okay, so this wire feed button, what it does is it bypasses the trigger control so that when you want to feed your wire, it basically goes to 100% speed, runs your wire out quickly, and then when you pull your trigger, it goes back to whatever your settings are. You do have also in here, Bestarc, they gave you some basic guidance and instruction about what type of gases to use, how to set the machine up. They give you some pictorials about how the machine assembly is for what you need to do. So nice little compact machine, probably very useful for a lot of people. Again, most of your machines like this are homeowner grade machines. They're not really meant to be hammered on for many hours, many days, like your commercial grade machines. As you climb in price, you climb in the machine's ability to go for years. I have a $2,000 MIG machine here that I bought 20 years ago. It's never been in for repairs. It has hundreds of hours of welding. I don't really expect these to be capable of delivering that kind of performance in life. But for a lot of people, a machine like this is just fabulous to have in the garage. Gives them the ability to do, all four processes Buy the TIG torch from Bestarc, and I believe they're about $40. And you can teach yourself how to TIG. It is a lift TIG. It's not a high frequency start, but again, that's fine. Lift TIG is an improvement from the original scratch start. TIG used to be almost like starting a stick welder, where you dragged it on the part to get the arc started, and then you would pull back. Then they went to the lift, where you put it down, it senses that it's touching the metal. When you break that plane and you're no longer touching the metal, it then sends the arc across and does the arc without damaging the tip at all. High frequency, as you get into higher price machines, high frequency, you don't even touch the part, you bring it down reasonably close, you squeeze the trigger, and it jumps the gap like a spark plug and begins welding without ever touching the part. So this is a lift. So tap down, lift, she's welding. $40 on Amazon, you could buy the TIG torch. But there you go. I'll do another video, and I'll throw some sparks and see what I think of it, and I'll let you guys know. But I've seen some other reviews of the Bestarc 8th gen, and from what I saw from that, it looked like it works real good. It's a fine machine. I haven't seen anybody that was unhappy with it. I don't expect that the newer 9th gen is going to be a downgrade in any way. I would expect it to be an upgrade, and that it's going to function just fine and be a perfect addition for a lot of people's garage. All right. Thanks, guys.